Hey everybody, welcome to People's Podcast. It's been a while, and today we have a very special guest, Lauren. I'm
Hello.
very happy to have you today. Feel at home.
Happy to be here.
How are you doing today?
Doing great. It's my first podcast I've ever been on, so this is
Yeah,
exciting.
it is exciting. I'm excited.
hmm
How are you feeling? What did you do? Anything or just chilling?
Yeah, just chilling today. Nothing really that much except
Yeah.
for getting ready for the podcast and YA tonight at
Oh, that's
church.
true. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
helping Paul
Yeah.
move.
Oh, he did. What the moving process good?
No, it's later today.
Oh, later.
If you
Okay.
want to join.
So is what time is that? Sometimes I like to be useful.
I think around 4:30. I don't know
4:30.
if people have
Okay.
texted back yet.
Yeah, I have a swim lesson. I teach swimming at 5:15 to 6:30. So I
Okay.
don't think I can be useful, but definitely why yeah I will come.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So a lot of people watching us don't know you, and even me too. I still need to learn a lot about you.
Uh
So how do you introduce yourself when you first meet people?
huh. Yeah. Let's see. I am born and raised here in Colorado. Grew up in Littleton. For most of my life, and then lived in Boulder for 5 years doing school, and then I also did like a year-long internship with my college ministry up there.
Yeah.
Um, I have an older brother who's 26 and a younger sister who's 16. My brother lives in Thornton with his wife, and my sister lives with me at the Rents in Littleton.
Yeah.
And just recently moved, well, not recently anymore, I guess, but this past summer moved back to Littleton because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
still trying to figure
yeah,
that out.
yeah, that's the same for a lot of us. Yeah, trying to figure things out,
Uh,
but it's good. Yeah,
yeah,
it's one step at a time, and you will figure it out. I will let you
exactly.
know if I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
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 it's definitely helpful to a lot of people to also don't have it figured out. So,
yeah.
um, but yeah, it's a little bit about me. I worked at a Christmas shop called St. Nick's a bit ago, and just to like make some money, keep busy. But
Yeah.
other than that, just looking for a job right now. So if any of your viewers,
Hiring. Yeah. You never know.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Someone might be listening to us and they have an offer for you.
Yeah.
We'll put your resume in the comments.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You said Christmas. What you used to work at Christmas something? When
Yeah,
was that?
it's called St. Nick's, and it's like a little Christmas shop in Littleton,
Yeah.
and it's like Christmas wall to wall,
Well, okay.
wall to wall
Yeah.
Christmas.
Well, Christmas is one day a year. So how are they running
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of
12
crazy.
months?
It's kind of crazy. I didn't know that they're open year round until I started working there.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But I started working there in October, and that was kind of crazy because it wasn't even Halloween yet, and
Yeah.
we were all listening to Christmas music and selling Christmas trees and
Christmas tree.
Christmas ornaments,
Yeah.
and so by the time uh, my seasonal work was done there, I was kind of
Yeah.
done with Christmas.
Yeah, well, interesting. So you must know a lot of Christmas songs. You were born and raised here in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
What's your childhood like? Tell me about your upbringing. What's your story?
Yeah, I had a great childhood. I feel like I never really appreciated enough growing up here in Colorado
Yeah.
as much as I do now, especially after going to college, where like a big state school like CU where I went, where there's just like a mix of people from all over, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, you grew up in Colorado? That's the coolest thing ever." And I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
really realized that until college, but um yeah, let's see. One of the funnest parts of my childhood was probably being on the summer swim team
Mm.
in the summer. That was just like super sweet memories for me. I was part of this swim team called the South Glen Country Club Gators.
Okay.
So I was a gator.
Gators. Let's go, Gators. Yeah.
And backstroke was my stroke. The
Come on. You know, every time I do backstroke, I can't keep a straight line. I don't know why,
yeah.
but I'm always going in zigzag.
That
And
makes
so I
yeah,
don't like
it's hard.
backstroke.
It's hard. You gotta
Yeah.
keep your head
Yeah.
still. They'd always like be like, teach us like pretend you have like a glass of milk on your head or whatever.
Yeah.
Try and keep it in a straight line. But I don't know. I somehow was good at backstroke. I broke like a little team record once, I
That's
think.
good. So your name must be there on the board.
I think I don't know if it's still there.
Probably someone broke your
Yeah,
record.
someone
Yeah.
probably broke my record by now.
But well, it's good to have on your resume, on your track record. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So other than swimming, I know you are into boulder, whatever, wall climbing.
Yeah, I didn't really start climbing until like end of high school, but I played soccer for a while too. Okay. And yeah, since I was like a little girl up until my freshman year of high school when I quit because it was just like I wasn't enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like as much because it was just like so competitive. Which I'm not that much of a competitive person. Like I do definitely get competitive about some things, but I just like got to the point where it just wasn't fun for me anymore, and I was like, well, this is sad. Some of my coaches just like weren't the best and kind of ruined the fun of soccer for me.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to get back into it again. I know that Edison does some soccer.
He does. Yeah. He used to take me to some soccer. Like we did have a small group where we played soccer every Thursday evening.
Oh yeah.
And there's a weekend group who also used to take me to go to play, and it was pretty fun. But he's everywhere, so he does play a lot. I don't. But since you've done some soccer in the past, then he's gonna show you around. I'm sure you introduce him to some climbing stuff too. Mm-hmm. So it's great. So you said you didn't appreciate much about growing in Colorado based on what people were telling you, how they were describing the beauty of the state. What are you most proud of about Colorado in particular?
Yeah, I think I've just like really grown to appreciate just like what you said, just the beauty of it. Like pretty much everything I love to do is outside. Climbing, I like to fish. I've kind of got more into that in this past summer. Like to camp. I like to ski. Skiing, I think that was one of the things growing up is I didn't really like skiing that much growing up.
Yeah.
And it's still like not one of my main hobbies. I do enjoy it a little more now, but I like looking back, it's kind of, I don't know. I'm very privileged to be able to like ski and just like have the money and equipment.
Yeah.
But when I was little, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to go ski again. And then I didn't appreciate the cabin that we had up in this area called Tabernash, kind of like close to Winter Park. But now looking back at pictures, I'm like, man, I wish we still had that cabin.
Yeah.
I would go up there all the time now, but just didn't appreciate it much growing up, and always said that I just wanted to like live in California or somewhere near the
Go to
beach.
the beach, yeah.
Which of course I still want to do someday,
Yeah,
but
yeah, just visit for a day and come back.
exactly. But I think it took like going to college and like just the conglomeration of people just
Yeah.
being like, wow, you're so lucky you grew up here. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I really am.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of college experiences. Some things we don't we don't appreciate, like also being exposed to people from multiple places with multiple perspectives. They teach you about things where they come from. Like you get introduced to a lot of things, and they help you to look at some things you never actually paid attention to.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine how much you now love Colorado, because I too have always wondered, oh, I want to go in the mountains. I want
Mm-hmm.
to do some skiing. I still can't, but hopefully I will learn. I guess I'm in the right group.
We'll
Uh,
teach you.
yeah, yeah. So I'm sure you've had a lot of experiences growing up. You've been maybe have you always been a good girl?
A good girl.
Yeah, growing up, or
I'd say for the most
for
part,
the most
yeah.
part. Yeah.
Not very much of a rebellious child. Like I do break some rules every so often,
Yeah.
but you gotta have fun with it.
Yeah, okay. You gotta find. Yeah, so I know. Yeah, I know. We kids love experimenting a lot of things, and we like going here and there, and even adults. So, what
Mhm.
is maybe one thing that happened to you in your life, and changed the course of your life or your perspective in which you wanted to lead your life?
Oh wow. Um. Hmm. Yeah, I guess um the whole college experience was big for me because originally I was going to go to Baylor in Texas.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was taking a deep breath.
Fun fact. And I had committed and everything, and then the Lord kind of changed my heart to he was like calling me to go to CU Boulder, and I was going back and forth because I was like, do I want to stay in state kind of thing, and why would you want me to go to Boulder, like
Yeah.
this huge party school, bunch
Mm.
of hippies and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was cool to see him like call me to um a place like that and just like really see his faithfulness over time and calling me there because I feel like I really developed like a heart for evangelism and
Yeah.
just like sharing his truth and sharing his grace with like a bunch of people that had either been hurt by the church there or
Mm.
like didn't know about Jesus kind of thing. And then uh I also was part of like this big like movement, I guess, where a bunch of like ministries on the CU campus came together to just kind of um unite as like brothers and sisters, because like a lot of us felt like there was division
Yeah.
among like a
Mm.
bunch of ministries on campus, and we
Mhm.
kind of just like wanted to unite and like share in those
Yeah.
like differences but also like similarities, like we all believe in the same
The
God
same
kind of
guy.
thing,
Mhm.
and got to organize like um just like some worship nights with like all these different ministries together, and my friend organized like a missions conference just to like get people hyped about missions and going
Yeah.
abroad, and
Mm.
um it was through that I think that like the Lord really broke my heart for just like not only living missionally but like maybe eventually one day becoming a missionary myself, and he really broke my heart for like India specifically.
Yeah.
And I've just like felt a tug towards that for a long time, but also just like surrounding myself in like diverse spaces, because growing up in a suburb of Denver, there wasn't like that, like it was just like all white people.
Yeah.
So that's something I really appreciate about life
Yeah.
is it's like really diverse, and
Yeah, that's
I
the
get to experience and learn about different cultures and differences and stuff. But I think I kind of answered your
yeah,
question.
you did. Yeah, and I'm also curious. So oftentimes, when people were raised in Christian households, sometimes it could be hard to track where they had their first encounter with Jesus. So I'm curious to know, when did God become real to you?
Yeah, I think so it's complicated because I grew up in a household where we went to church on Christmas and Easter. Not really much outside of that though, because it seemed like our weekends were like filled with soccer games
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And my parents like instilled good values in us, but um, it was never like explicitly based in the Lord kind of thing. But my friend from fourth grade named Rachel Merrill, I think she was like really the first encounter I had with the Lord, because there's just like something just like very different about her. Like
Yeah.
she super cared about me and just the ins and outs of my life
Yeah.
like nobody else did, and
Mm.
would just offer to pray with me and just like told me about a God that like loved me and like knew all of me, but yet like loved me despite the fact. And I was like, oh my gosh, no way. Because whenever I was in church, I would just like spend the whole time like coloring the
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
thing and really pay
Yeah,
attention.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So I think that was like my first experience. And then she invited me to youth group at the end of high school. And I'd heard of youth group, but I had always been like too shy to go. I feel like I was like a pretty shy girl growing up. And then I decided to go, and a lot of people were just like very similar in that sense. Like they just wanted to know me for who I was and just love me despite the fact. So then like my junior year of high school, I was just like driving to school one day as one does, and I think the previous night they had talked about the verse. It's like, if you believe in your heart and like confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, then you will be saved. And I was just like, I don't know, I was just like chilling, driving to school. It's just like Jesus, I want you to be Lord of my life kind of thing. And from then on, I love the Lord.
That's good. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have a dream you've not shared with anybody?
Oh gosh.
Maybe not.
Wow.
No?
I feel like I'm a pretty open book. I don't think I've shared the dream of like going to India someday with a lot of people. So that just hasn't really come up a lot. But well, I know a lot of like my friends from college know, kind of thing. But yeah, to serve in India one day would be cool.
Would be cool. Yeah, and it's doable. Yeah, you definitely achieve that.
Yeah.
That's good. When was the last time you cried?
Oh. Last time I can think of when I cried is at the prayer night.
Yeah. Last week.
Last week? Was that last week?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think I think it was just like I think we were singing like that song. It's like nothing but the blood of
Oh, I like that
Jesus.
song.
And I don't know, the Lord just kind of wrecked me and just reminded me of the simple gospel, like I've sinned so many times, but his grace is sufficient to cover
Mm.
me. And I was just, just sit in my seat bawling.
Yeah, yeah, there's
But I feel like,
we have those moments for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really beautiful, and I love. I always tell people that I love like moments of like holy tears like that, because I feel
Mm.
like you can just like tangibly sense the presence of
Yeah.
the Lord,
Mm.
which is really cool. Um, Big fan of the holy tears.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone wants to cry, Some people can't cry.
I know,
But
it's sad.
there's so much heart in the world that if actually people are not crying, then they are not paying attention.
Yeah.
But so what is one it's a random question, but what is one childhood memory that today you think about and makes you smile?
Oh. Um.
There's a lot of them for sure.
Yeah. Um. There's this one. I used to. Me and my brother and sister used to jump on our trampoline a lot,
Yeah.
and we would have the neighborhood kids over too to jump on our tramp, and we would film like little music videos
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
And looking back, it's really cringe, but also I'm glad that I have that footage,
Yeah.
But I think those were just like really sweet memories. Just like jumping on the tramp for hours
Mm.
and just laughing with them, and um I don't know. It seems really nice right now in a world that's so consumed with
Yeah.
technology and just constantly
Yeah.
scrolling on the phone. Sometimes I'm like, wow, I wish I could just snap my finger and go back
Go
to
back, yeah.
the nice childhood where I was
Yeah.
just jumping on a tramp
Mm.
all the time. But yeah, that was a big part of my childhood too, was just jumping on the tramp
Yeah.
and making music videos.
Yeah, I actually have been making some episodes. I am still doing some more research on. There's this book I was reading called The Anxious Generations,
Oh yeah.
and it talks more about how technology has infiltrated childhood, or it has changed the way children grow this time.
Oh.
And it has a lot of interesting information that, yeah, we need a better approach to how we use these devices.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, is that why you don't use social media?
Yeah, part of the problem. And I'm also just like a big people pleaser, which I need to work on.
Yeah.
And just like comparing myself to people, that was like really affecting my mental health when I did have social media. Like I think there are pros to it,
Yeah.
but then I think it just got to the point where the cons outweighed the pros for
Yeah,
me.
for you, yeah.
And I tried to take like a extended break for a while, but it was just too tempting, and then I just like get back on it, and so I was
Yeah.
just like, I need to just delete this
Delete this, yeah.
completely. And so but the anxiety and like mental health around that definitely had something to do with
To do
it.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing today? How is it?
In terms of mental health.
Yeah, in terms of what has the progress, what has changed, and what does it look like for you today?
Yeah. I think I still struggle with mental health from time to time, especially like I feel like I've kind of been struggled with anxiety since like I don't even recall, but I feel like there's always been a little some form of anxiety in my life.
Yeah.
but I hadn't really dealt with depression until this summer. A really deep depression hit me, and kind of sucked because I like wouldn't get out of my house for days, and it's kind of like unexplainable. Like I can't really, it's not like a root cause, but I think in a sense it also is just like transitioning out of like my college life into adult life, and just all the unknowns, and it's kind of scary too. So, but I'm feeling a lot better now because I've been going to therapy, and that has definitely helped, just understanding why I think certain things and why I do certain things. And just also like understanding the science behind it too. I feel like I've learned I don't know, I like to know the facts behind certain stuff and why I do stuff. So that has been helpful, but currently I'm pretty happy, especially just like with I feel like the Lord has just super blessed me with I don't know, just a solid community at Lifegate pretty quickly. Like I just started going in September, and oh wow,
September last year.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so I was there before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there before you then. Interesting. Yeah.
And so I guess it's October, November. So like 4 months.
4 months, yeah.
But I already feel like so plugged in and so loved already. And yeah, I just continue to thank the Lord for that, because it's just like made me realize the importance of community. Like I knew that before. But just like seeing the effect of like having really sweet friends on just like my mental health, and just them being like willing to support and like pray for me, just like really changes things. And I feel like the Lord has like blessed me with the gift of community, like in a pretty quick timeline before too, in college, because I kind of immediately got plugged into the ministry that I was a part of called Annex at CU, and they were just like my people. But I feel like it's just like a different kind of blessing, and like post grad, because I had always heard about like people struggling to find friends, and I'm like,
it is hard. I've had the same experience, and community is really, really important. People don't have no idea when you just sit and you don't have people to hang out with, or you just meet them once and gone. And so I've tried to join like some like running clubs where I can go run and meet people. I've like going to church. Lifegate does a wonderful job, like young adults, prayer nights, a lot of activities, and then the people there also plan some events. It's super amazing. It makes a lot of difference to how we navigate life and how we feel plugged in, or that how it's important to have a sense of belong, like feel like you belong somewhere. And two, people help you navigate some aspects of life. They come to you and talk to you, and they be like, oh, it's actually things are doable, and then you're not closed into that small bubble, and you just come out and boom, then life is good.
Exactly. How long have you been doing your do you go run club consistently?
No, I haven't. I used to, but now the work that I'm doing, I end at 5 p.m. or 8 p.m.
Okay.
And they run on the days that they run, which is Tuesday and Thursday, they do at 6 p.m. But on Thursdays, I can't make it because 6 p.m. I'm leaving work at 8. However, I've been looking around this community, and I've seen some new clubs. And also, I try to work out, just go to work out on my own, run, and you can say hi to people on the street. But all in all, I think having communities like that, I will be joining you guys. I don't know when, but I'm hoping. our schedules connect, but I want to do some rock climbing. I think it's so much
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, I
No,
watch.
that video you sent me, I was like, oh, he's doing
Lord have
it.
mercy. Yeah,
I was, yeah.
I did try it for not a lot, but it requires some endurance and some strength.
Hmm.
So you must be strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been cool to like see the progression because started like seriously climbing like my freshman year of college, so like 2019, and I feel like I don't know, slowly like progressed throughout college. There was times where I like would go all the time, and times when it just was a busy season of
Yeah.
life. But um, it's really cool to like see that progress. Because I remember when I wasn't able to like I don't know like start from the ground and like pull
Mm,
myself up, but now I can. And yeah, it's definitely encouraging to keep
yes.
going because like I don't know, I was thinking the other day how I was telling you about like the levels like five
Yeah.
nine whatever, and how like a 5'10" used to be hard for hard for me,
Yeah.
but then like yesterday um I did like a 5'12"
Oh.
minus. Not trying to flex or anything. I took so many breaks, but
No, I mean
I like got
it's
through it, and it's
yeah,
like cool to like see that
yeah,
progression kind of
that's
thing.
cool.
And I think like the community aspect has been super helpful.
Yeah.
That's like um yeah, one of the things that I super value in rock climbing is just everyone just always seems to be super encouraging and nice, but also just like pretty
Mm.
chill,
That's
you
chill.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, they yeah, they have to be. Yeah, for sure. That do you still swim or you're not in that world anymore?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Sometimes I randomly think about something
Yeah.
like, oh, it'd be nice to
Yeah,
swim.
go jumping to 2000
Yeah,
2000
yeah,
yards.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, not really
Okay.
anymore.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hmm.
So you live with your sister and mom at home?
I do. Yeah, my sister, my mom, and my dad, and yeah, it's been great so
Right.
far.
That's good.
Sometimes it is a little weird to navigate like living at home after living on my own for like 5 years,
Mm.
but um we're trying to figure it out. Steve.
Yeah, that's what everyone is doing. Yeah, if someone did figure it out, they will should share some secrets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's whenever a transition comes in where you want to make some adjustments, there's some blocks you have to get out of your way,
Hmm.
and yeah, somehow you will defy the odds and you will be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, this is so much fun. I hope you had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will do another one
Okay,
for
perfect.
sure. Yeah, but yeah, I'm very grateful. Yeah, you've driven a long way to get here,
Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
very grateful.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
happy to. I also love to drive, so like just
Mm.
go for a little joyride is always
Joyride.
fun.
Yeah. Joyride. Yeah. I know a guy who I don't know him, but I watched this guy who sells Joyride candies. I don't know if you've seen some.
I don't
Oh,
think so.
yeah. Anyway, I've never tested them. You said Joyride, and that's what came to my brain.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm very, very, very grateful for you to have this small conversation,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, slowly we'll be knowing each other and do more, share
Yeah.
with people.
Sounds good. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for having me. This was really fun, and yeah, it's fun talking into the microphone.
It is fun. It is fun. It is fun. Next time we'll have headphones on and we
Oh
can
really?
hear ourselves.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's even better. I promise.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
thanks for having me, Neil.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, This is People's Podcast. We share stories, we hear from people's perspectives, and hopefully, whatever she's mentioned, you've learned a thing or two. You've learned about her. You've seen who she is. She's absolutely wonderful,
Oh, thank you.
and we'll be bringing more people and bringing them back. So you have a wonderful day.
Perfect. See
Yeah.
y'all later.